here he is, Mayor Minch.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Broadcasting on the Beach. My name is Mayor Minch. I am here to introduce to you the local legend of Long Beach. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Halftime Howie.
Thank you very much, Mayor. We have a very special guest tonight, former New York State Senator, now the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Alzheimer Foundation of America. Let's welcome in my friend Chuck Fuschillo. And what a great week. I just felt, man has done so many good things in his legendary career. Called up my good friend Michael D'Ambrosio, a special assistant to Executive Ed Mangano's office, and he's going to start the show off by giving a citation from Ed Mangano. So let's give it up for Michael D'Ambrosio.
Hey, Howie, thanks a lot for having us. It's a great honor and a privilege to be here all the time. But this citation was a special one. And I just wanted to pull up a little bio on Chuck that, you know, not only what he's been doing lately, but this guy started off with Glender's Law, which was a felony to drive drunk with a child in the car. He was a major advocate, required drunk drivers to use ignition interlocks that we all know of now, and repeat offenders. The guy's done a ton of things with designing roadway signs for pedestrians, for bicycle riders. And I'm reading this because there was so many different things to remember. He's also did a statewide ban of over-the-counter drugs that now that make it a felony to be using these. So when you see a man of this magnitude, you know, you can't turn around and just start saying, well, we're going to give him a citation. To know where the citation is going is so much more important. You know, when they said to give a citation to Chuck Fuschillo, I said, make sure you say Charles. And of course, you know, we've been with Chuck for so long in government work, and all the good things he's done, the things that he's done out of goodness of his heart, the work that he's doing lately for people that desperately need it. And we'd never heard of this 10, 15 years ago. And now that we hear it, because we each get affected by a member of our, someone in our family, someone that we know, somebody on the block, one of our cousins, an aunt or an uncle. And this is becoming not just a secret killer anymore, this is becoming a real epidemic. So I'm very honored and privileged to present a citation from my boss, from County Executive Ed Mangano, to Charles for all the work he's been doing on Alzheimer. So congratulations and thank you for your hard work, Chuck. All right, no much.
Thank you so much, Mike, and Howie, thanks for having me on the show. Let me give a shout out to the County Executive Ed Mangano, a good friend, great governmental official. I really appreciate this.
Sure.
And comments that you made, I had a great career in the Senate. This is a great career now, running the Alzheimer's Foundation of America.
Sure.
Okay. All right, now I want to bring up Lisa DiPasquale. You know, Lisa really knows a lot about Alzheimer's because she works with Alzheimer's patients. So Lisa, with her knowledge and her working with Alzheimer's patients, is going to talk to Chuck about the Alzheimer's Foundation and dealing with Alzheimer's. So folks, let's give it up for Lisa DiPasquale.
Thank you, Howie. First, I want to thank you, Chuck and Howie, for giving me this interview opportunity. I'd like to talk just a little bit about how being a senator has contributed to your position now.
Well, you know, I represented a district here on Long Island in both Nassau and Suffolk County, over 300,000 constituents, public service, giving back to the community, and dealing with so many issues. But prior to that, I was the chief operating officer of a nonprofit, EAC, here on Long Island, so I had the experience managing nonprofits. When this opportunity came, I just wanted to take my experience in representing a district now on a national level, because the Alzheimer's Foundation of America is a national foundation, and it deals with the disease. It's a terrible disease that's so progressive in our society, and the foundation does some outstanding work, and it's all about being there for the families when they need us.
Going right into my next question, does the organization do any research, drug research or studies?
We do. We fund research all over the country. We recently funded a project at the University of Penn with Eli Lilly and NIH that is going to test 100 individuals and see if they have an elevated level of amyloid plaque, which leads to the deadening of brain cells. We've also funded a research project down in Las Vegas with an affiliate of the Cleveland Clinic, which is a member organization of AFA, and our funding will map brains during the study, and they'll see if there's any cognitive changes there.
Oh, that sounds really interesting. Have you found any trends in the time that you've been there with Alzheimer's? I'm a speech pathologist, and I've been one for 30 years. And what I've noticed is when I first started, 3 patients a year, 10 patients a year, and now I see out of a caseload of 30, 24 have Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it's becoming one of the most prevalent diseases throughout this country. In 2010, it was properly classified that more than 500,000 people had died of Alzheimer's. I'd like to say there's a norm that we see, but there's not. You know, it's not the stereotypical white-haired disease where people are aging. We deal with families from Westbury, the Henley family. He was 36 years old when he had Alzheimer's. He died at 42 years old. So we're seeing it now as early in the 30s to people in the 70s and 80s. So there's really no trend. All we know is that it's becoming more and more prevalent in our society.
Do you think environment, I'm going to get a little controversial, do you think environment plays a part in that?
You know, I wish I had the answer, because then we find the discovery and we find the cure. There's really no answer to that. They say environment deals with so many different things in life, cancer and other related diseases that affect the body. But with Alzheimer's, there's still the unknown. Again, in 2010, if it was properly classified, 500,000 deaths. It would be the 3rd leading cause of death in the top 10, the only one without a cure.
Does your organization also do anything with other Alzheimer's organizations?
We are a member organization. We provide services. If you need us, we start with a national toll-free helpline that's staffed by licensed social workers that are dementia care professionals and trained. And that is an 800-866-232-8484, and that's toll-free. We receive about 6,000 to 7,000 phone calls on an annual basis. We do collaborate with many organizations, but we have almost 2,400 organizations nationwide in all the states that are members of AFA, and we collaborate with them. And if we have to make a referral, if somebody calls our national toll-free helpline, we can refer any services that they need in any state in the nation. But we're all about care. If somebody needs our services, we're about the here and now. We want to ensure that we provide the optimal care services to individuals living with the disease, but also caregivers and their families as well.
Okay, that sounds amazing. For all of our listeners, what is the contact information besides the 800 number?
Well, that's the number.
That's
it's
it.
866-232-8484. That gets you to the Alzheimer's Foundation of America, and you'll be talking to one of our licensed social workers. Or you can contact me there as well. Our corporate office is in New York City. We have a public policy office in Washington. We're on Capitol Hill every single day fighting for more research dollars. You know, the federal government only appropriates $500 million annually for research. It's not enough. But that number is 866-232-8484.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for Lisa. Great job.
Great job.